Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. We want to ask each of them, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show, but you didn't? John Hood, we'll start with you.
Tom, we talked about the potential Senate budget that's coming up and revelations about underpayments in Medicaid, and we alluded to the fact that these two things are related. But just to be clearer about that, I think it's very obvious the Senate budget was delayed almost entirely because of the disclosure about Medicaid. Senators have already been more skeptical than the House about the numbers they're getting out of the administration on Medicaid. Sometimes their skepticism has seemed over the top. In this case, it seems to be warranted. And so they're waiting to figure this out. I mean, if it's a $10 million problem or a $100 million problem, and it could be either, well, it's not going to be 10. But I mean, it depends upon how big the problem is as to whether that affects the Senate budget in a variety of ways. This is a significant part of the state budget.
Yeah, because it's got a retroactive aspect to it, as well as a prospective aspect.
Absolutely,
yeah.
and it's something that the senators believe strengthens their case for Medicaid reform, which also argues for them getting all that straight before they put it out.
And taking Medicaid out of DHHS.
In theory, or some combination, yeah.
Peg, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Well, following up with what John said on Medicaid reform, the House this past week rolled out its plan, and it's very well thought through. But what I would like to say is we have a good system in place right now with our medical home and the CCNC. We have to make sure that in order to get to this sort of more capitated risk-bearing model, that we don't throw out what is a world-class program, and that is the medical home that CCNC has put together.
Gene, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Tom, I think I articulated everything I had to say very well, and I have nothing to add.
Do you know
that
in 16 years of doing this show, I've never had anybody say that before? Thank you, Gene Arnold.
You're very welcome.
That brain surgery is doing well. Cash Michaels, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
I really enjoyed myself on this show. That's what I wish I said. No, this whole business with the fact that the Senate now will be releasing their budget sometime soon. We already know what the House wants. The House is looking to make investments and the like. The Senate's looking to do tax cuts. When they finally sit down to hash this thing out, who is going to win that battle? And then where will Governor McCrory be ultimately once they come out with a single budget for him to sign or whatever else? So I think that's what's going to be fascinating as to what these two sides that really can't stand each other for some reason are going to compromise on, and then where will the governor, in the midst of a re-election campaign, where he'll end up in all of this.
Well, thanks for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.